Hello everyone. So I'm making this series to make AI based development easy. Ideally, what happens like when we listen about the artificial intelligence AI, what is AI? Oh, ChatGPT is doing so good. How can I use the AI in my daily life? How can I start or be a developer who can write the prompts, who can do LLM calls? So this is the tutorial gonna help you. We'll quickly start from the chapter 1. So in chapter 1, what we will learn the OpenAI, which is a platform who develops the model like ChatGPT is by the OpenAI only. OpenAI develops the large language models hosted, and ChatGPT is one of their application for the chat. We learn the OpenAI and Python setup in this session, which is mainly about the LLM AI development. So what we will do, we'll create our OpenAI free account. We'll create account, we'll not add any payment method. So we'll be on the free tier. We'll generate a OpenAI key. Key is required to make any API call, LLM API call from our service, which we are gonna build. Then we will set up a Python virtual environment to execute those APIs libraries, and in the virtual environment then we'll learn how to install the dependency, and then finally we'll learn how to do a test LLM call. So let's jump to our first step, which is about creating a free OpenAI account. So you need to go to platform openai.com. On that you need to do a sign up. You can use your Gmail address or any of your personal email ID. Using that you can create an account there. No need to add a payment method. We'll continue using the free tier since it's for our learning purpose. Once you log in here, by default it will come to the docs or API reference page. If you want, you can spend some more time learning what all models are there. Like they have a latest model is the GPT-5, while so latest model is not available in the free tier. We will use the second latest, which is a 4.1, and even 4.1 will not be usable. We'll use the 4.1 mini model, which is a comparatively like cheaper one, but this is available in the free tier. So we'll use the GPT 4.1 mini. What you need to do, you need to click on this settings button, and you'll come here where you will manage your project and keys. So by default you will have a default project created here. If you want to create a new one, I didn't create a new one, I'm just using the default one. Inside the default one, I'll go inside the default one and create a API key. Under the API key we can generate a new secret. So I have generated a new secret already for myself for learning purpose, and this is my secret. This secret you need to copy. This is your API key to make a LLM call. So now this secret, where you will use this secrets, I'll come down to our chapter 1 source code. This is my chapter 1 source code. Inside this, you will have a environment file here. So inside this environment file, you need to paste your OpenAPI key. So there is a variable name OpenAPI key inside this .env file. You need to paste the key there. I'm not going to keep the key there, but when you do a project checkout, so I have created a readme also here. And this is the git repo. I'll share in my YouTube description. You can go to this link and can do a project checkout, and there you will have an environment.txt file. You just need to paste the key there. Once you paste the key there, then we are sorted from the LLM point of view. Now we'll come to the next item. So we will just take a reference from here. So we obtained the API key. Now we'll go and set up the Python things, Python virtual environment and things. So Python, like a system can have a multiple version of Python installed on the machine. Now Python has a vast set of library. Each library will have a different version also. You have a 10 different Python projects you are working on. If you install all the dependency in the global way, then there will be a dependency conflict between the projects. To solve that problem, what Python does, what we do in the Python actually, we create a virtual environment project specific within the project folder. That makes our life easy. and that's what we are going to do. So assume we have a 3.11, we have multiple version of Python installed, we will focus on the 3.11. We can check the version Python 3 hyphen hyphen version, what version is available in your machine. This is the clone wrapper, you can do it. Then what we need to do, we need to use the 311 and create a virtual environment out of it. So this is the Mac specific install options, and I'll follow the, since I'm on the Windows machine, I'll follow the Windows option. So I'll use the 311. You can use just 3, then it will pick the whatever is the default version selected. I'm specifically targeting 311, so I'm creating this virtual environment using the 311. So 311 is the source, then hyphen m v environment, virtual environment I'm creating, and this is the virtual environment name. Where it will be created, it will be created in the same folder, root folder only. This is the folder virtual environment, I have already created it. You need to run these command one by one. Virtual environment create, then you need to do the set execution policy. This is needed on Windows machine only. Then you need to do activate the virtual environment. This command you may need to do always whenever you are opening this VS Code project. Each time when your system restart and you are opening it, so you need to activate the virtual environment each time. Then after, you need to do a pip install. So pip install is the library install actually command recursively and inside the requirement.txt, whatever mentioned in the requirement.txt file. So this is the requirement.txt file. We have a set of libraries. Ideally, we are not going to use all in the chapter 1. This is the combined file for chapter 2 and 3. You can just run it directly. So this install like environment loader is one thing, then langchain OpenAI, langchain community, we'll, so and rest all we'll learn in the further chapters, but it will install all, no issue. So you can just hit this command pip install -r and requirement.txt. Just copy and paste on the this prompt. It will install all the actually I need to do, I didn't activated my virtual environment. Let me first activate my virtual environment. So let me just activate my virtual environment first. Okay, this I need to first do this also. So now I'm on the thing. Then I'll activate my virtual environment. Yep. So now once my virtual environment is activated, you can see this, the prompt is showing like this, the virtual environment name preppended with. So now once I have the virtual environment activated, then I can run this requirement. Actually before that also it was running, but it was installing in the global folder. So I wanted to install these all library inside the virtual environment. Since all the library on my machine are already installed, it will be quick. It won't take time. On your machine, it is gonna take some time because some of the libraries are really heavy, but nothing to worry. Once you have all the libraries installed, you're all set to run. Now, before running, you can run this file, but before running, let us understand what we are gonna run. So we are gonna run this Python file which we have written. So we'll go through line by line. So we are importing the library which we are gonna use. So OS. Then we are gonna use .env. We loaded the environment library also. From that, load environment is the function we are going to use. Then LangChain OpenAI is a library or a framework which allow us to use the OpenAI, or it allows us to do different backend also, but OpenAI is the pretty famous one. We'll use the LangChain framework to do the OpenAI LLM calls. And how the execution happens, this is not meant as a class like a normal flow only. So here is the main function. So this is how in the Python we write the main function. Anything like this starts the execution from there. So here I have written a normal main function. In this main function, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a first check environment whether my environment is loading correctly. Then I'm going to do a test LLM call whether the LLM call is working fine or not. So what is this function is test environment will do a load environment. We have this .env file where we have pasted our OpenAI key. So we wanted to see whether it is rightly loaded or not. So what we'll do, we will do first load environment, then we'll try to read the OpenAI key from the environment, which ideally internally Lang and OpenAI framework will do. So if it is successful, we'll get success. Otherwise, it will say the error that it didn't find. We are also printing the starting 10 character of the key just to make sure that right key is loaded. Then the other function is test OpenAI LLM. And this test OpenAI LLM, we will create a OpenAI LLM object. We're just naming it to LLM. We'll use the GPT 401 mini, 4.1 mini. Like I told, mini models are free. We are on the free tier. Now we'll just do a llm.invoke. These are sample question about the capital of France. We'll see. So let's try to run it. Here is the at the right side corner, when you are focused on the Python file, when you open on the Python file, you'll directly see the option to run the individual file. So we'll run in the debug mode, debug Python file. So let's see whether how it is running. So we can see here the line by line what all happened here. Starting OpenAI LLM test with LangChain. That's what is the log line we are printing in the main function. Then environment variable loaded successfully, and the key file. This is the key 10 character. Then sending the what question out, and this is the response. The capital of France is Paris. That's it. So what all we have learned, this is very basic of LLM. We learn the further things in the next chapters. What we have learned till now, we created a OpenAI free account, we obtained the key to make a LLM call, then setting up the Python virtual environment, we installed the Python dependency, and we did a test LLM function call.